Right, so if you're getting into macro photography, like I think Jonathan will do after this session, I think this is his sort of first go at macro photography, but we'll see. Anyway, so as well as the camera and lens, we've got the Sony 100mm excellent macro lens on, the Sony A1 II. Apart from that, there are a couple of smaller items which are very useful for macro photography. And the first thing, I suppose, we'll start at the bottom, is the base. Now you want something, this is a beanbag that goes over the car window. Well, that one's all right, but we'll probably use this one today. This is the one we got from Outdoor Photography Gear Supplies. David very kindly sent me in the post, free of charge, so yeah, thanks David. And this flatter beanbag will now sit Camilla on for those low angle shots. So yeah, you get the idea, like so, comme ça. And now we've got something in position, support, no problem at all, so very useful. Right, put that one back up there. So that's one level of support, and that gets us to a sort of eye level subject. I mean, sometimes we won't use a beanbag at all and we'll be directly on the forest floor or wood floor. But when we're not directly on the forest or wood floor, it's a good idea to have a little mini tripod, a little tabletop tripod, or the ground pod. I've got the ground pod in the back, you know, the one we skim around the coast with, chasing wading birds. But you can either use that or this one. Anyway, yeah, it's not all about the big stuff. So that's the support. That's the support covered. And then we come on, I'll come over this side. I'll come over this side because the gear's over here. Make it more comfortable for me. Right, now the other things we need are a few accessories for getting some light on the subject. Because here, normally in the forest or wood canopy, it's pretty dark. So there's a couple of items. We've got this little artisan film case. Well, it's designed as a film case, takes us back a few years. But anyway, this is a light source. And we can put varying intensities of light on the subject in question, the little mushrooms. And this is very useful to have a little bit of extra light sometimes just to throw in on the subject. And yeah, we've got a standard torch as well, which doesn't seem to be working now. I haven't charged that up enough. Okay, anyway, yeah, you get the idea. And also, to throw some light back on the subject, we've got one of these. Now this is actually a little grey card. Oh, it's a little grey card where a model holds it up next to their face and you test the white balance, make sure you've got the right white balance. This is a very useful size little reflector, and we can reflect some light back on our subject, which just makes all the difference to macro photography and gives it a far more natural feel than film thing. Okay. Right, so again, a very useful item. I don't think Jonathan will have that. And if you haven't got one of these, you need a bit of this, which is just a bit of, can you hear it there? Crinkly tin foil. And you can put that over a piece of card, or you can just do it as it is. And again, reflect light back onto your subject. Superb. And the other thing we use, obviously we use a tripod, that I've got you on it at the moment. Preferably use a tripod without a centre column. Jonathan?
Hello, Mark. Can you send me your location? Because I think the sat nav is not taking me to the same spot.
Yeah.
They're not there. I'm at a car park at Bentley Wood, but it's not the same car park.
Yeah. No, there's a problem with Bentley Wood. I suppose I should have pinned it last night. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'll catch you in a minute. I'll ping you the location. See you in a sec.
Send me a text for the location, exact location. That'll
Yep.
help me.
Yep, no worries. Cheers. Bye. I think the only thing I haven't mentioned is the RMPBT1M. It's got some long list of letters. The Sony remote controller. Very good idea to have a remote control, because you can release release the shutter with no movement at all. And when you're dealing with low shutter speeds, you need something like this. Otherwise, I think that's it. I think I've covered it all now. Fingers crossed. Yeah, lighting's a key factor. Anyway, we'll discuss this with Jonathan in a minute before we set off, and we'll see what he hasn't got and what he has got. Yeah, morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Mark.
Okay.
I found you eventually. I got lost in the woods.
Yeah, it's no problem. We've already recorded half of Camilla and I, but no problem at all. We were just looking at a few items that you might not have for macro photography. Some of the smaller items. So, yeah, interesting.
Well, although I'm obviously familiar with wildlife photography, macro photography is a completely new thing to me. With a new 100mm. So you've got to teach me the art.
I suspected it now. Oh, he's giving it away. Yes, of course, Jonathan has got the new 100mm macro lens before me, as usual. So, Kel's surprise is all I could say. Yeah, what a surprise. Now, Castle cameras assure me, actually, I think it's coming today. I think it's actually, we're in the woods.
I thought it was yesterday.
It was yesterday, but the guy was meeting someone from Bournemouth to pick it up. It's a long story anyway.
Yeah.
But no, anyway, needless to say, Jonathan has the brand new Sony 100mm macro f2.8 lens with the 1.4 times life-size magnification.
Yes.
Which of course will prove very useful. So today I thought we'll take a first look at the lens, and Jonathan can take his first look at...
first go at macro photography.
So perfect, happy days. Anyway, I've already explained the equipment that Jonathan hasn't got so I'll fill Jonathan in now on what you know, basically that the little things for macro photography make a big difference. It's not just the lens and the camera. So at the moment, you lot have got one up on Jonathan because he hasn't seen.
No, I haven't seen this yet.
The little incidentals yet. So we'll get back to you in a minute when we go and hunt the fungi, which is that's half the thing with mushroom and fungi photography. It's finding your subject.
Well, at least they won't move like insects.
I tell you, you think it's easy just because it's not an insect. You still have to really get down low. And some of these little fungi are minute. So we'll go on a fungi hunt in a minute. Anyway, I'll show Jonathan the rest of the gear that you know. See you in a minute.
Cheers.
Well, if you want to support the channel, become a member. £2.99 a month. You can become a member of Camilla and I for the price of what? Half a cup of coffee these days in certain establishments. Anyway, one of the benefits of joining Camilla and I is we do give away free stuff. Like we got this beautiful lens from Gear, the 60mm f2.8 macro lens. Now I'm going to give this away this Christmas to a member of Camilla and I. I'll put all the members' names in a hat, and I'll see if I can get Jonathan to pick the winner out of the hat before Christmas, and you could be the very owner of this Gear 60mm f2.8 lens, which is...
So here is the new 100mm macro.
Yeah, the accessory we haven't yet got from Castle Cameras. And hold it up from close. Yeah, quick pose.
Yeah.
See if that's...
But I've got an accessory on here that you have not got.
Oh.
A tripod mount.
For the
No, that was something I bought originally for the 135.
Oh. Right.
And it fits perfectly. So, which is quite nice. I want to put it on a tripod, maybe for butterflies later in the year, and it nicely balances.
Oh, better balance. Okay. Yeah, because obviously the lenses, they're so small they don't actually need a tripod foot. But for better balance.
So you can see.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Yeah.
But I can take it off. It doesn't look like I'll need that today if we're using bean bags.
Bean bags, that's it. Yeah. Mats. Yeah. No, we're close down to the ground.
Yes.
But no, I mean that is a useful little foot to just take it that inch off the ground rather than resting the body as I will straight on the ground.
Yeah. But if you want to hold and compare sizes here.
Yeah, look at that.
So it's a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Not much. A little bit.
Yeah.
And it's got the same clutched focusing.
Yeah, I think it was 46 grams heavier, which is absolutely nothing. And it's got the 10mm extra reach, hasn't it?
It feels really light.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're same. I mean, these two setups, identical bodies, A12s. I mean, this will, there's literally 2 ounces in it.
The focusing is completely silent. I tried it out a bit yesterday. The focusing is totally silent. Not unlike the 90 where it's sort of whirring back and forth.
Yeah, it's got 4 linear motors in that, which is quite incredible.
But for really close, I just tried doing a few leaves yesterday, and I did find that I really needed to use the clutch mechanism for focusing. The autofocus, it was like a bit hunting back and forth.
Yep.
Maybe it wouldn't on an insect because it would have something to actually grab onto, but a flat leaf, it wasn't quite sure where it should be focusing.
Okay. You confused the lens already. Yeah. Well done, Jonathan.
Yeah.
But if you want to stick, I must admit, this is one of the things. On a subject like today's, where it's not moving, you may do not moving subjects, and if you do not moving subjects, this lens is still an absolute bargain. And become even bigger bargain.
I'm sure they'll get cheaper now.
They'll
the
get
100's out.
even cheaper now.
There'll be so many people will be selling them.
Yeah, mine's going. Mine's coming today. So yeah, I will obviously be upgrading, but because we do butterflies and insects in the summer. But if you're only doing close-up macro photography, then this is an absolute steal.
So probably this sort of thing like we're doing today, fungi, it's not going to make any difference.
Not going to make much difference. No.
But maybe for insects, it will be better because you'll better grab things quicker.
And it's a very good starting position in wildlife photography because obviously these subjects don't move, as you say. I mean, they are totally static. You've got to find the damn things, as we'll see in a minute.
I found one that was trod on it.
Yeah, I pointed it out. You would have never spotted that.
I haven't.
You're not trained in,
I'm tuned for looking for animals and birds, not for things on the ground.
Yeah, it's not a lion coming through the forest or so. Anyway, yeah. No, we'll go and find some for you now. Anyway, but yeah, it's got its own challenges, but it's an ideal starter subject because you get used to exposure and you get used to how to use your camera. And indeed, you operate bracket, for example, you can bracket shots, which you wouldn't do. Even with insects, it's very difficult to bracket insect shots unless they're stuffed and mounted, because obviously they're wriggling around. So this is an ideal subject to start wildlife photography.
That would be my first ever bracketing.
Yes, I say I don't use it often enough because I'm not using it in the summer. It's only on shoots like this that I really would use the bracket function. Anyway, let's get on and see if we can find some fungi for you. Well, you need to trod on that one. So we nearly lost that one. That's actually quite a nice example, except for the fact it's 2 feet from a dog turd. So
Yeah.
never mind. We'll try and find some perfect examples for you. Catch you in a minute. Well, needless to say, Jonathan's got straight into this macro photography. Yeah, like a horse to water, I think. So, yeah. I mean, it is quite... it's a different technique, this one, without a doubt. And it's a totally different genre. But look, as you know, there we are, honing in on Jonathan and his fungi shots. I wonder what was beeping away there. Yeah, just saying, you've already got straight into the idea of the macro shot. Straight in on the gills of that, the underbelly of this marvellous, I think it's a is it a bread fungus? Not sure, not brilliant on the fungi. Usually know the general groups, but a large one, I believe that one's edible.
I've got quite a few so far. Taking different angles and see what it works.
This is the thing. I mean, you've got all the time in the world to choose your angles.
Yeah.
So, no, it's well worth it.
This one got a bit of sun on it, which helps.
Yeah, it's just changing angles, changing position.
Trying not to.
The knees go, don't they, and whatnot, this level. And, you know, you can change apertures. You're looking all the time, you're changing your depth of field.
I'm at F9 at the moment.
F9. And you can use the backs of the screen, which you're well used to.
I'm watching Mike Gaylor's video. He starts at F8 and then works from there.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, good technique. And what sort of shutter speed are you setting there?
Well, that's 0.6 of a second. ISO 100.
There we are. Yeah, it just shows, you know, what you can, you can experiment with all your settings. You don't have to use auto white balance. Obviously, you can set your white balance.
That's why I got a bit early. I'll try rather light. Because it was like coming through the gills.
Right.
There, it looks like the light's coming through the gills.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, oh yeah. Send us that one.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah, very unusual. Like the wavy line.
Yes.
No, that's very good. No, it's surprising what works and what doesn't. But these days we're not talking about wasting any money on film, so we can take as many shots as we like.
Mind you, doing it like this with the timer. It's only one at a time. I'm not taking hundreds like I do with the
No, this must be a complete break for you, Jonathan. Normally by now you'd have taken 1,000 shots, whereas
yes. So
in this world
about 10.
You take 10. Brilliant. No, you really do slow down. It's brilliant.
So it's a different technique.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. There's a little bug on top of that one. So I've got the bug as well as the.
Yeah, it always adds a little bit of interest. That's in a very good position actually. If you've got angle on it at the moment, can't quite get you in, but there's a little fly type thing on the top.
On top there.
Yeah.
I'm actually focusing on that.
Okay. That could create a very nice background for the fly. Yeah. Anyway, as you can see, you've got all the time in the world with fungi photography, and of course, when we've got very good light here at the moment, so you can experiment with the various light coming through.
Well, ISO 100 is pretty good.
But
I've got nice bokeh balls as well in the background here. It's actually got lovely bokeh balls behind the insect.
Oh right, this is the brand new lens, of course. I mean, the 90mm macro is very good as well. But if, for example, Jonathan wanted to bring a bit of light into the subject, we could...
A bit underneath the gills here would help.
Just a little bit under the gills. And we'll see what we can get.
Yeah, that's added a bit of colour.
See, it just made it pop.
Yes.
Yeah. And I can vary the intensity on this one. So again, you can try all intensities of the light. That's a softer sort of tungsten light.
But that one actually, that's the colour, that really adds colour to it.
That's a really nice warm light. This artisan product, just a tiny little little cube just puts in that little bit of extra light.
That.
Yeah, well worth getting that. They're just a tiny little accessory like that.
Oh,
You're amazed how much difference that makes to the photograph. I mean, you try it, without it.
the insect's moving out of frame now.
Oh, right. So that's one way of putting the light in on the subject. And the other way is using the reflector card. And again, you see, if you go from the light source back, you can put light in or block light out. It's not only putting light on the subject.
Actually, that does make a difference, that does.
It's surprising. You know, you think that's going to make no difference at all to the shot. But actually, it does.
That's with it. And you move it away. You can tell the difference. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh no, these are all tried and trusted techniques. Oh no, just spotted an absolutely minute fungi just behind this big one here. And it's just about 2 inches from the tip of your camera there.
Oh, I see.
Can you see the tiny it's a tiny little mycelium, I think they're called, mushroom. You see that tiny little thing. This is the thing, when you're actually on the floor, you do actually start to appreciate these incredible.
If you're trying to get it in frame, it's another matter.
Yeah.
Where is it? I sort of look and then think, well, where's it gone to?
You might, I don't know if you're too close. I don't know.
And I find I move.
Digging stuff out.
I find I get.
Yeah, you got plenty of time.
I find a leaf goes inside the thing because I'm moving the camera around.
Yeah.
And suddenly I find, oh, why is it blocked?
Yeah.
It's somewhere there.
It is there. It's directly in front of Jonathan's lens. Hopefully you can see it there.
I think that's it.
Absolutely incredible.
I think this is one I'm going to have to go into manual focus.
Yeah, I think so. And you might be so close, you might have to come back just a tad. I don't know. Obviously, never having used this 100mm Sony macro before, I'm not sure what the minimum focusing distance is on that subject.
I'm just trying to get it in the frame.
Yeah. Well, you got plenty of time. There's no rush in this game. So yeah, there you are.
There it is.
It's there. Yeah. Look at that. And you can see, whereas from this distance you can't see the glistening detail. And again, you may see that there's just a tiny little hot spot on the butterfly. So we might want to take that out by using a card to block the piece of light that's I think it adds something though, don't you, actually, at the moment? I think that's quite amazing.
And it's less than half a centimetre across.
Yep.
You can actually see on the back screen it's larger, double the size of the actual thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you can actually physically see.
See how big that is and how minute the actual subject is.
Just tilt. Yeah, and that is literally 1.4 times the size of that. I should think.
And the bokeh and all's lovely.
Yeah.
Take multiple of them, and if my focus is slightly out, I can pick the best one.
Yep. Obviously keep it as still as we can. This also reminds you that it's stability is a key to wildlife photography in general. The stiller you can keep the camera, the better.
Yeah, some of those you can see there's motion. Probably I want it so not touching it really.
That's it, yeah. You don't want to touch the body at all.
Even if I'm trying to hold it steady, it's not really steady.
And even a 2-second exposure delay on the exposure, you might want to go to 5. I think we're okay in this situation at 2.
Wildlife shooting makes you see things that you would never see otherwise, and so does this. That's one thing that's got in common. It's actually shown you the natural world in a way that you would never see otherwise.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's incredible. No.
I know where that blue comes from. It's got blue in the frame, and I can't actually see blue in front of it. But it's just the way the lights shine on the leaf behind.
Yeah, no, incredible. No.
That's amazing.
You can add a little bit more again if you want to try something a little bit different. Add a little bit of light using that reflector. And if that doesn't work,
let's go on the aperture. Let's go to f16. Give it more depth.
I mean, bracketing is a whole video in itself, so it's probably best to go for the depth of field when you first go out.
I think I will try the bracketing back at home and try. But what software do you use to actually put them together?
Put them together? Oh, we just go on to Photoshop. Photoshop does it very nicely.
I haven't got Photoshop.
Ah, okay, well, yeah, definitely one to explore. I think there are various Capture One.
There are various. Probably if I do a search of bracketing software, I'll get a whole load of different ones available.
Yep, definitely. Oh, yeah.
You may be better put them together in the Sony app.
Yeah, I think you can. It's no, it's amazing what you can do. And try. I'll tell you what. We'll see if we can even that light out using the light source, because there's a slight hot spot, isn't there, on the
Hold on,
see if that takes it away or adds it.
The slightest movement of the camera.
Oh yeah. You've got all time in the world to position it. There's various bits in the way.
You want it to be unobtrusive.
Yes, you don't really want a sort of unnatural introduction of the light. So if you press the bottom bit as well,
it almost looks like there's a beam of light coming through on the sun.
Yep.
Which is what you want.
Oh yeah, if you can get it. And also, obviously, the distance you hold the light from the subject also affects greatly the reciprocal role of light.
I need to get one of these little lights, don't I?
Well, yeah, I got a couple. So, yeah.
It just adds a little bit of pop to
just pops it. Yeah. It's surprising. You think you wouldn't think that would make much difference, but at this level, it really does. We'll see what Camilla and I can make with the same subject. A little bit more gardening, have a little bit more isolation there.
You use my pad or your pad, whatever pad you like.
Yeah, I use yours, I think. Oh, I've got a battery in. I won't take the lens cap off.
Oh yes, it's good to stand up actually. My legs start to feel a bit sort of jittery.
Yeah.
Well, I had trouble getting up because my legs have been sort of gone to sleep.
Right. So we use the same technique. Obviously we've got the same camera as Jonathan, but we haven't got the same lens. But as I say, it really doesn't matter. I'm just locating the subject.
Why are you doing that? Oh gosh.
You got a cracker already then?
Yeah.
I fancied that insect. The moment you said that insect on, I looked at the position of it on the thing and I thought,
look at the
you've got a great shot.
Look at the insect on the back of the...
Yeah. I mean, it's
like got fungi and an insect.
It's a bit like having a model pose for you on a perfect light background. So you've got a, it's a tremendous image there, straight out of the bag.
That's one
Trust
that's
you,
going to go on my Instagram.
One for Instagram already. Brilliant. Yeah. Follow Jonathan on Instagram if you don't already, because there's some marvellous African safari shots.
And now there'll start being some macro shots.
And now there's going to be some macro shots. Right.
I don't think you'll see a huge noticeable difference between the 100 and the 90 on this sort of photography. It'll make more difference on insects with the autofocus, good autofocus.
Oh, good, yeah.
Although, I was a couple of times at 1.4, so I can do things that you can't do with that one.
Well then, Jonathan, what did you make of your first real macro session then?
Well, I think after a couple of hours, I've already caught the bug. I've got one photo of which I'm really pleased. It could be one I'll be entering in contests, which is quite amazing on the first attempt.
Yeah, that was about the 5th or 6th shot. So yeah, beginner's luck to Jonathan, I think. No,
Yeah.
that was quite incredible.
But interesting to do into a new area of wildlife photography and to actually be able to show the natural world in a new light in close-up.
Close up. It's totally different and it encompasses all the skills of photography and really tests your depth of field, your exposure
And composition.
and composition. It's quite incredible. So out of season, you really can be honing those skills on such a micro subject.
And you can just do it local without having to travel huge distances.
Exactly.
I'm going to try my local woods a mile from home, so we'll see how I get on there.
And you don't need the 100mm f2.8 macro. You can probably get away with the Sony 90mm macro.
Yeah.
On fungi in particular.
Yes.
So yeah, no problem at all. Having said that, I think when you see the shot at the end of the 100mm, the bokeh on that one was pretty
It will make a
exceptional.
bit of a difference, I think.
Yeah. So I'll show various comparisons because we've done various shots as we've gone along using both lenses. But then, yeah, look at the end for the masterclass from Jonathan. Hats off to you, mate.
Oh, and one lesson was lighting. Mark
The TT
Mark had a
TT
very
Artisan.
nice little light, which I'm sure he'll show
Yeah, in due course.
in due course.
TT Artisan.
It's a
little
TT
film light.
Artisan Super Mini LED light,
And
and it really makes a big difference to have some lighting.
thrown on the subject.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Turns it into a little miniature studio.
Well, as we go, as we get, as the dog goes past, God, yeah. No, there we are. Yeah, it turns it into a little mini studio. So.
Little mini studio by putting a light on it. So that is one tip that I've learnt from Mark straight away.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, yeah, no doubt more following on Camilla and I.
Yes.
So, but yeah, glad to introduce Jonathan to a different genre, even though it's still nature photography and wildlife photography, and you still get the same marvellous experience out in nature.
Yeah.
Anyway, have a good one.
Right. Bye.
Bye for now.